Welcome everybody. Thank you for taking the time to call in and to listen to this webinar. I hope that the presentation I make will be short and cover all the aspects of interest. But as Richard said, please do get in touch afterwards if you've got any specific questions relating to your own membership. I'll be delighted to answer them for you. So that's me on the screen there. This is the team. You may have met some of the people on the team here, I'm not sure, but Bertrand is the Head of Membership and Training. Then there's myself and Claire Brett. We both assist our members. Claire looks after the new members, I look after the existing members and aspects to do with the MSA. And Nikki Martin, she's our membership administrator. She's the lady that does all the invoicing and keeping all the database up to date for you. So that's just by way of introduction. So moving on, I've noticed that in the people that are attending today, we do have some new members. So I just wanted to very quickly just to mention a little bit about Campden in case you weren't aware. So this little slide here covers the fact, just to let you know, that we do have 5 sites in case you weren't aware. Existing members may be aware of this. Who've been with us a while. We have 2 overseas sites in Hungary and Korea. They tend to do with consultancy work. Like I say, I'm not going to mention too much about the actual offices themselves. I just wanted to bring this to your awareness. Our Leamington Spa site that's where we do work to do with consumer and sensory. Our Nutfield site is where we do work to do with anything to do with brewing and alcoholic beverages. And then the Chipping Campden site, where I'm located now, is the main site where the bulk of our work takes place. And again, just for the benefit of some new members, there is a slide just to give you a very brief overview of the kind of services we provide. You may not be aware of the extent of them. This is a small range, but you can actually see on our website later on, if you're exploring, the range of services and the technical expertise we have and who can help you. Just to mention, if there's anything there of interest moving forward, we can arrange for a technical colleague to call you and discuss these capabilities. But this particular webinar is about the actual membership benefits themselves. So moving on, here is a slide that covers the main membership benefits, some of which you may be aware of, some you may not be. I'd like to cover each of those in a little bit more detail. And again, if any questions at the end, please feel free to ask. So moving on to the first of the member benefits, it's the easy access to our experts. I'm not sure if you're aware, but we have what we call a short free inquiry service. This means that you can contact any of our technical experts, whether it's a regulatory query, whether it's a technical query, a chemistry, biochemistry, microbiology query, and you can ring them up or drop them a quick email and ask questions of our experts, which is very reassuring in these days. Now, we do have direct dial numbers, so you can come through to the main switchboard and speak to people that you're already aware of, but if you're not sure who to contact, you can contact our support team or via email or by telephone. The numbers are on the slide that we're presenting now, so I won't bother repeating those for you. But the use of this service really can't be underestimated for those areas where you suddenly feel, I wonder if Campden can help with this. Is there a quick answer to this? Can they help? So short free inquiries, they are unlimited on unrelated topics. And like they say, they are short, so about 20 minutes. Now, another of the benefits of membership in relation to accessing expert advice is the out-of-hours contact service. So there's the number, and this is a service for urgent matters. So if you've had a spillage or something that's very urgent, perhaps a recall, then do get in touch with us, and someone will always be there to help you, and we'll come back to you as soon as possible. So that's an important number to write down. It's on our website as well, so don't worry if you don't remember it. Now, moving on, the next thing I want to talk about is the member service account. Now, when you join us as members, every year that you're with us, we will put 20% of your fee into an account that we call your member service account. The money will go into there, and that's for you to use on anything related to Campden BRI goods and services. There's some examples there. So longer enquiries, if the short one develops into something else. Training courses, seminars, project work, any kind of testing, publications that belong to Campden BRI. So basically any Campden BRI service. So the amount is 20% of your fee. So whatever your fee is, you get 20%. There's some quick maths on there for you, for those of you that's not so good at maths. Now, the important thing about the MSA is that you need to use it during your membership year. It's not a savings account, so you need to use it during the year. And you need to let us know that you want to use it. So moving on to the next slide, here, just to let you know, there may be usage restrictions placed on your MSA, and that may be by your main contact for your particular membership. But our technical colleagues will be aware of that when you're ringing or emailing in and can advise you. So there's no need to worry about that. One thing that is important is we don't take the MSA automatically. We do need to be requested, and then if there's a proviso that somebody has to authorise that, we will let you know. People like using the MSA because it cuts down on administration. If you're in a PO-heavy environment, having money in the MSA is really good to be used. And if you like using the MSA and you don't like raising POs, we can top that account up any time. So once the money's being used, you can just let me know if you want to put money in there. People ask, well, what happens if I don't use the money that I've put into the account? Well, no need to worry about that, because then the remainder will roll over, and it will keep rolling over year by year if you haven't used it. It's only the money that we give you, you need to use in your membership year. Now, if you want to know how much is in your account, then you need to get in touch with myself. The numbers and email addresses there. You can also contact the membership team generally. That's membership@, and anyone can help you, tell you what's in your MSA. So another important membership benefit are the discounts. Okay. Now, membership entitles your organisation to discount on almost everything that we do. Typically, it's between 20 and 30%. You don't need to ask for the discount. Very important that. Even when using the MSA account, we discount it because you're a member, and any technical work will be discounted at membership rates. And we know you're a member because members have a membership number. It's a 6-digit number, and the first 2 digits are always 88. So if you're not sure what your membership number is, I can help you with that, but we will obviously automatically discount your work that you're doing with us. Okay, so moving on to a slightly different topic. Some of you will be aware of the member interest groups. Indeed, I believe some of you will have actually attended the member interest groups. Now, member interest groups, just to let you know, is a benefit that is for our full members. So if you're in the associate category, then I'm afraid actually attending the member interest groups is something that is not available to you, though receiving the minutes is something that we can do for you. So what are member interest groups? We call them MIGs, that's a little abbreviation, and basically they're a free member-only forum. They normally meet here at Shipping Campden. There are 12 different groups, and they meet 3 times a year. Sometimes they're at different sites, but that will be notified to you. Now, there's a list in front of you there that I'm not going to read out, but there are 12 different groups, and you can see there the areas that you may be interested in. So if you need more information, you can go to the MIGS website, and that information will include things like the future meetings, the agendas, what they're going to be talking about, minutes and presentations, of course, and also the archived ones. So if you're interested in joining one of these member interest groups, you need to contact the MIGS email address, which is on there, or you can contact membership and we can help you. If you want to know what the dates are, it's on the website, and they're actually forward for the whole next year. So no excuses. So a little bit more detail then. What do we do there? Well, would you be interested in attending? Okay, so what we do basically is we meet up and we discuss with like-minded people areas of topical interest. We have like-minded people sitting down in small groups discussing challenges in the industry and things like that. We also have external speakers and legislative and updates on our research that we do. It's a good debating area, like I mentioned, sitting down in groups and talking together. So it's something I would really say, if you have the opportunity, do please come along. Now, Emma is our MIGS manager, and she can help you. She also sends out information about what the MIGS are going to be discussing, so you can see if your valuable time is worth attending. There's no problem if you don't want to attend. This is completely free. There's no obligation. So if you see something of interest, but next time it's not of interest, then you can duck and dive and also put substitutes in if someone wants to come in your place. And that way you can share the information amongst your teams. But as mentioned, you do need to register for this. So if you are listening to this thinking, I'm interested, you'll only get information from Emma if you've registered your MIG interest. So please remember that. Okay, another benefit are the free member-only news feeds. Okay, I don't know how many of you are subscribing to these, but do tell your colleagues. We have news feeds for everyone, which are of interest, and then we have the member-only news feeds. Ones of particular interest, you can see there, are the food law alert. This is an alert that comes out every 2 weeks. Keeps you up to date with all the regulatory changes in the UK. So that when you're being audited and someone asks you how do you keep up to date with that, well, you can show them your food law alert, you can show them your membership certificate as well, which you get every year when you renew, which is really good when the auditors are looking at you. But more importantly, of course, is that you can stay up to date with this information, which is part of your membership. Other things are the New Technologies Bulletin, which take place twice a year, and the research reports, which you'll be advised of as they are released. So the member-funded project websites are also something which link in with the research reports. As you're probably aware, which I hope you are, we do a lot of member-funded research for our members, for the membership, which is you guys exclusively. Now, if you want to have more information about the member-funded projects that we're doing, then there is a dedicated page there for you on the website page. Similarly, we also have research summary sheets and reports, including interim reports, where you can access this information. So you can go online, have a look at the website and download this information. And this is all part of your membership, and everyone can access this if they want to. Amazingly interesting and useful reports that you need to be making the most of, really. So a little bit more also about the research that we're doing. You also can have the opportunity to vote, okay? Now here on this slide, we're talking about, it says 80% of your annual membership fee is allocated to the programme. Well, that's what the membership fee is used for. So take advantage of this. Your membership fees go into a big pot where all the research then takes place. This research is decided upon by you, our members. We make the proposals, you make the decisions. We then do the research, and that information is available, as mentioned in the previous slides. So you can also vote on the research. So, how do you vote? Well, voting is based on your attendance at the member interest group. Okay. Well, even if you don't attend, actually, the fact that you've registered, for every member interest group that you have a representative on, you'll get 1 vote. Okay. So that means if you have 12 member interest groups, you get 12 votes. If you have 6, you get 6. Now, if you decide you'd like to have more than 1 person attending a member interest group, that's absolutely fine, but you're only going to get 1 vote. Okay, now if you don't have any representatives at all, then you'll just get 1 vote when we're sending out all those proposals and ideas about what we'd like to do for you in the forthcoming years. Okay, so another membership benefit is that you can come and visit us and use our facilities as a venue. So if you need to conduct an off-site meeting, perhaps it's an internal one that you'd like to have, getting your team colleagues away from the office, or perhaps you would like to host a visit of your own, you're a smaller company, you don't have the available facilities, you can use our facilities, invite your clients here, and that's completely your own visit, your own schedule, and we can help with that. So we do very preferential rates for our members, and you can just do whatever you need to do. Similarly, you can also come and visit us and see what we do here. Come and meet the technical experts. Come and see what we do. We can arrange team visits or individual visits. We can, normally if we've got a little bit of notice, we can arrange for some technical experts as well, so not just myself. We can have a site visit, we can look around, see what's going on and meet the teams. So if this is something of interest, please contact me directly, or also you could contact the membership team if I'm unavailable. We're all here to help you make the best of your membership, so please take advantage of that if you have the time, which we understand is a scarce commodity at the moment. Okay, another benefit, which I'm sure many of you are aware of, is the Campden BRI Day. This is a day that once a year that we have where we open it to all of our members to come and see what we do. It's our showcase day, but more importantly for you, it's an opportunity to refresh yourself of what we do here, what we can do for you, to meet some technical experts, also to do some networking, meet colleagues in the industry. We have key speakers every year. The names of some are on there. This year was our centenary, so that's true. We've been going 100 years. It's great. So some key speakers there for you as mentioned. Next year, we don't know who the key speaker is, and we have the date next year is the 3rd of June. That is an unconfirmed date, but I'm sure that will be the one that we use. So just moving forward then to another membership benefit, which you might not be aware of, using our logo. Okay, we are very proud of our reputation. We hope you are too. And if you would like to tell other colleagues, if you'd like to tell other businesses that you are a member of ours, we would be very happy if you'd like to use our logo. There's information on the rules, where to place it and such like on our website, which you can access through logging in, and then we'd be delighted if you'd like to use it. Okay, as mentioned, we are a membership-based organisation. We work for our members and with our members in the context we've talked about of the research, but also governance. Okay, so just to mention here, if you would like to participate in how the structure is governed, we would be delighted to hear from you. You would need to contact Stephen Walker, our Chief Executive, and for more information you can go to the link there. So, moving on, we've talked about a lot of things now. So I guess the question is, where do I access this information? How do I remind myself about what we're talking about today? Well, there's a member zone on the website, and that's the gateway to our resources, if you like. So if you go to the member zone, you'll find some information. There's a few things there, like the key contacts, who to contact, who else is a member. Well, that's an interesting one if you would like to know. Information about our research, our benefits, our MIGs and things like that. That's where you go. Okay, also, just to mention that we have dedicated information and legislation support for our members. Okay, so who do I speak to? Well, if you are unsure who to speak to, you can contact me. However, we prefer it if you contact the support and inquiry handling team. They're there to help put you in touch with the right person, the right technical expert that can help with your inquiry. So the details are on there. You can email or call in, discuss briefly what your inquiry is, and they'll make sure this goes to the right technical expert to cut down on time. Now, the other thing is, if you've got regulatory advice that you're interested in, we have a dedicated line there as well. So we have dedicated email and telephone line. So if you know it's a regulatory query, you can contact either of those ways in and speak to someone that can help you immediately. So don't forget that, please, because that really is very useful. So a little bit of practical information just to put everything into context now. In order to access the members page, in order to access the website, get the downloads, the member-only downloads and the MIG information, things like that, not only do you need to be on our database, but you also need to be registered on the website. If you're unsure, you can ask us and we can help you and advise you. If you know you're already on the the database, but you haven't registered, you simply follow that link there and you simply register on the website, and then you can access everything. Any questions, do get in touch. We'll be delighted to help you. Okay, so just a quick reminder then. That's a reminder of the membership benefits. If anyone has any questions, I'll be delighted to help you with any of those. Finally, really importantly, please feel free to share this with your colleagues, with your teams, because things like the short free inquiries, the research, things like that, you know, if they're not aware of it, then they might be losing out on some considerable benefits that you're paying for. So, you know, share the information and help everybody benefit from what you're already paying for, like I mentioned. And if you'd like to have a tour, please contact me or the membership team.